We are the Nerdy Turtle Network.
Alright, welcome back, everybody. This will be issue 10. Doesn't seem like it's been that long. And it's got us about halfway through what I had planned on kind of the first season being. You know, something around 20 episodes. Who remembers where we were at last game?
Put out a burning building.
Very good.
Bought the last supervillain of a supervillain team.
What was her
Oh
name?
yeah, I was throwing someone at the flying chick. No, I was jumping with them.
Yep.
Impulse got to ride a flying car into a punch that did not matter.
Yep. And yes, Anna grabbed a dude and hit another dude with that dude. Twice, I think.
Yeah.
I think it took the second one to actually finally put her down. Not good. Strikes one.
And then we had a secret conversation with what seems like it was the real Bernard, while having fake Bernard that was in jail explode.
Mm-hmm.
We found out that fake Bernard, or real Bernard, was transmitting his stuff via Steele's company again.
Still Applied Technologies. That's right. I keep looking over the stream and it keeps doing the little buffering thing. All right. So yeah, you managed to trace the IP back, or the IP address back, and it showed again that it was coming from the main office building of Still Applied Technologies. You know, you've been there a couple of times before. You know, the second time is when you wound up finding out Bernard was up to some stuff. I think he shot one of you. It didn't do much. So where are y'all wanting to take up today?
Are we wanting to go straight back to Steele? Or do we have another plan somewhere?
Best place to take the story.
Dead.
Oh god, there's a lizard in the house.
That's going nuts.
What was that?
They have a lizard in the house. I don't think it's a pet lizard. I think it's just a random lizard.
Yep.
Lizards get in the house sometimes. Ain't that big a deal.
Yep.
You know, you
But
lay
you
in
don't
bed,
wanna
it crawls
find
across
the
your foot.
lizard after the cats are done with it either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We once found a squirrel the cats brought in. I was very impressed.
Yeah, it's depending on how big the cats are, it's actually kind of impressive.
They were tactical, surgical even.
Ate half of it.
And then left the rest of it under the kitchen table.
They just want y'all to be able to find it.
Whenever I threw it away.
So yeah, that's a sorry for the random cat distraction.
Pets happen.
All right, so y'all are heading back to Steele's office building.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
All right.
So we probably want to call ahead and, you know, let them know we're on our way.
Okay.
Just to be nice, polite.
You get the ground floor receptionist, you know, on the phone. You identify yourselves. She seems a little, I guess, doubtful. You know, she's obviously not the one you've spoken to before. But you know, she ends up sending the call forward, comes back, you know, tells you Mr. Steele will see you, you know, gives you a time that afternoon. You know, Not quite as soon as you can get there, but pretty close. You know, she tells you to come through the lobby and, you know, they'll send you up. So you get there that afternoon. Roll20 wants to do anything. There we go. Hang on. What is going on here?
Get to do that sweet, sweet, nice looking office again.
Yes. Okay. I was clicking on the actual picture, random picture in my library, not the handout I had made. All right. Though that is Launch's apartment. Where's the office? There we go. So I'm sure you all remember seeing this. Did it come up?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
All right.
All of it.
For some reason, I have no confidence in Roll20. I always, everything I click, I want to check and make sure it actually works. So anyway, you're ushered in. The Model T that he's been putting together the last couple of times you've been there is gone. So the couch is moved back. The little coffee table's there. It's pretty much exactly this picture at the moment. As you walk in, Steele gets up from his chair. Well, welcome. It's good to see you again. Of course, I figure you're here with bad news. And he walks up, shakes hands. You know, kind of ushers you over to the couches. What can I do for you today?
Who wants to handle this?
Well, Mr. Steele, now, we like you, we love you, we trust you. The Bernard we took to jail was a robot.
Beg your
You
pardon?
know this. The Bernard that was taken to jail, or at least the Bernard that was in jail, was a robot.
We highly assume he was a robot before he was put in jail because all his tests are the exact same as entry as before his explosion.
What sort of test are you talking about here?
Blood
Basically,
pressure,
just
heart rate, all that.
blood pressure.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if all those numbers came back exactly the same, that it would be suspicious. Yes.
Now, for the second problem,
There's another one.
there's 3 in total.
All right.
The second problem is a supervillain team was hired by someone that sounds suspiciously like Bernard.
Well, if he had a robot in jail, I guess he is on the loose.
Yes, to hit random tech firms. You may end up on that list, we don't know, but the supervillains currently are in jail, so hopefully that will slow his process down.
Mm-hmm.
The third problem is where his signal is coming from. I'll give you 2 guesses where.
Please tell me it's not my computer again.
Well, not quite, but it's still this building.
I thought we'd had the security sweep everything. I assume you have the actual IP.
I believe we do, yeah.
Okay. He goes over his
We
computer, he
saw
pulls
it,
his
so we
stuff up.
probably wrote it down or something.
As well, it's let's see. Says that should be down in one of the server rooms. No, come with me. We'll head down and see what we find. He takes you down into one of the sub basements or sub. I guess you'd be basements. One of the sub basements of the building. You pass several rooms with just stock full of computer equipment. That's going 90-0. Finally comes to one door. He unlocks it. He opens it up, and sure enough, it's rows of servers. And there's a few a few workstations in there. And he starts poking around. Well, none of these seem to match the IP. but it's supposed to be in this area. We traced it back. He starts working on one computer to try to figure it out. He gestures to one of the other workstations if one of y'all wanted to hop on there.
Is there a server gap where it goes like 15, 16, 18 on the IPs or something like that, where it's a number gap?
He goes, yes, there is.
Are these servers interconnected?
The ones in this room are. Each room is kind of individual cellular.
All right, let's see where the wire takes us.
Yeah.
All right, somebody give me. Whoever's got some kind of. It's gonna pull up a sheet. Science skills, computer skills, something like that.
Nice.
Tech stuff. Alright, let me give y'all a difficulty to be rolling against.
Can I go back? My character sheet.
Alright, y'all need to beat a 4.
The fire part. Sorry.
I do believe Anna has made that roll.
Yeah, she gets a massive success. So yeah, Lawrence starts digging into the guts of one of the computer systems. She's tracing wires here and there. You trace a bunch of wires up into a conduit. And you notice, you remove some tile in the ceiling, you're looking at where the little conduits are running. And you notice the conduit breaks off and goes up to one of the side walls of the room.
I'm going to point that out to everybody, and I'm going to bet that's probably a fake wall.
Steele walks up to the wall. You see him thinking like he's imagining the layout of the building. It should be a storage room on the other side of this. The next room over should be storage.
Can we take a look?
Sure, certainly. You walk around. He opens that next door. He opens it up. It's a room. There's miscellaneous computer parts in there. Tools, equipment for repairs.
Do you see where the conduit's coming in?
Everybody give me awareness checks. I gotta stop rolling dice and start assigning numbers. Alright, all of you notice. Recluse and Unison, how many of you is there?
Right now, just Unit and Impulse.
Okay. So yeah, everybody notices. You came out of one room, you walked down, you stepped into this room. This room isn't as big as it should be.
Like there's a fake wall?
Like there's probably a gap between, the storage room's wall and the server room's wall, where they should be like that. It's like there's a gap.
Alright, I think, Recluse cracks his knuckles. We need to do a little bit of demolition here.
Unit pipes up. One moment. Impulse. Check that out. I'll hold you up. And Impulse kind of leans against the wall, and he'll pop in between the walls and see what's going on.
Okay.
See if there's any light source or anything.
So the rest of
Did
you
we
see
know
Impulse
that
just
he
kind of
could
go
do that?
limp.
I've publicly had him say hunt, and he's dropped.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just
So
saying what they
you
say.
guys have seen it happen before. And
Okay.
on the news, I've said it's a type of tracking ability.
Okay. I was just making sure.
All right. So Impulse steps through the wall. It's like somebody has built a little office in this gap.
Is there a light on?
Yes.
Do I see an entrance or exit?
From this side, yes, you can tell that there is a door that opens up into that repair room or storage room.
All right, I'll mentally line up, and then Unit will go over and check to see if there's a way to open it from this side.
Give me another awareness. You start messing around with a storage shelf, and up under it, you find up under one of the lower shelves, you find a latch. The whole wall, shelf and all, kind of swings open.
All right. Impulse will kind of raise up from the wall. They're back to normal. And Unit goes, "Sir, I believe we found your secret room."
This should not be here. Yeah. He steps in. It's very narrow. You've got like your typical office desk, which pretty much goes from one wall to the next. You step into the door, there's a chair, an office chair, you can turn around at the desk, or you spin all the way around, and there's like, shelving. It contains books, flash drives, all kinds of stuff are set up on there. There's some MREs. It's like somebody could hide here for a while if they needed to.
All right. Unit will chirp real quick. So we need to close this immediately. Make sure it looks like nothing has been changed. And then just the next time this IP does anything, you can check it from your computer in your office, I assume.
Yes, sure.
Anytime this IP does anything, you have someone waiting outside this room.
Yeah, I can certainly do that.
That way we can catch anyone who knows what's going on. And I would hate to press this upon you, but we may need to check to make sure that this is the only one. Or you may need to find some way to check to make sure this is the only one.
I'll start having people audit all the computer equipment, physically tracking it down and making sure it's where it's supposed to be. He just looks disgusted.
I would probably go over the blueprints for the place too.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure everything matches.
Yes,
The big
yes.
problem right now is any large action like that will draw attention. If the perpetrator is able to build a secret room in your office, he'll know if you start physically auditing every item.
Yes,
Hmm.
yes.
So we'll have to play it discreet to try to catch him. And then after that, you can begin a hunt.
There is a company I can call in to help me audit the systems. Just so I have somebody outside of my company.
Now, sir,
But yeah, the physical one.
Unit goes, "Now, sir, obviously using Impulse's ability, we could check the physical inventory without cameras registering us, but that would be imposing too much into your company to not, stress immediately. That would be a bit too much information for us."
Yes, because there are security clearances involved in some things that we research. Some of the labs around here I couldn't allow you to.
Yes, sir, I completely understand. That's why I suggest we simply find a way to track this IP when it goes active. One surgical strike, take him, take whoever is there. and then deal with what's left afterwards. If you would like, I can keep a single unit monitoring this room.
Do that if you would, and I'll set up the. I'll set up something to alert me when this IP is used at all. When this machine is used at all. And with that, he kind of heads y'all back up the.
Yeah. Do our best to make sure everything looks the exact same way it was. Close it, put everything back.
Well, you basically just looked in the office. You didn't really touch anything.
Yeah. And it's not like the office would be dusty anyway.
Yeah, it's not. So, all right, you head back up to his office. He starts arranging things.
Unit will quickly go, "Sir, do you mind if I pull in another member of my team?"
No, go right ahead.
Night shift, you're up. Night shift appears behind him. Night shift, talking to Steel. "Sir, is there a place I can fall unconscious?"
My couch over there will be fine.
"Yes, sir." He just lays down on the couch. Pops. And he goes, "He is currently sending a tracker down to the secret room."
Like some sort of out-of-body thing?
Yes, night shift. It's kind of why he calls himself night shift. He can sleep while sending an astral projection.
Oh, okay. Is that the same thing your yellow one does? Oh, no, Impulse was the
Red.
red one. Is that the same thing your red one does?
They're similar in concept. Many of our powers have similarities.
Oh, okay. You kind of see him mentally file this away.
Kind of see what?
You kind of see him mentally file this away. Kind of like,
Well, I mean, Unison's story is they're all copies of the same hero. So.
Yeah, that's true. They just won't identify what hero.
Yeah, of course not. Against the law? Well, against the rules.
Launch is going to have a novel about Unison.
Why?
There's so much stuff going on over there.
Well, it is an entire team.
It's 6 people. Of course there's going to be a lot going on.
All right, so y'all going to stake out in his office? Or what do y'all plan to do while you're waiting?
Honestly, doesn't seem like an overly bad plan.
That would kind of make us very noticeable.
True, we go in, but we don't go out. What if we just go on patrol, but stay within the general area so we can really quickly report back if something does go down? Like within a few blocks.
Because with Bernard's secret team being, straight up beat down and lost, he'll be looking for secondary options soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is only like the next day, so time-wise, he hasn't had much time to try to put somebody else together.
Yeah, and he's given, due to our typed conversation, he's given, I think it was 3 more days for the other super to plan a breakout.
Mm-hmm. All right, so everybody leaves, with the exception of night shift, who's asleep on the couch.
So he was told to do it.
But nobody saw him come in, so.
Yeah.
Alright, so y'all all leave. Receptionist waves at you on your way out. You begin patrolling the general area. Other than one purse snatcher, not a whole lot goes down. It's several hours later. Taylor, night shift, sees somebody open the door. Was he waiting inside the secret office or in the storage room?
He'll be in the secret office.
Okay. Then yeah.
Because the storage room multiple people go into.
So the door opens. You see a fairly young man stepping in. Sits down at the computer, starts pulling up stuff. He's checking email, essentially. Checking messages.
Just sitting over his shoulder reading it.
He doesn't open any. There's no new ones. He just brings it up, checks, see if there's anything new. You see old ones. Some of them are addressed to Bishop something or other. Pretty sure that's the one y'all busted. The Mott commander that y'all busted. You see where he'd had some communication with Miss Rad. Older communication, not the
Most recent.
it's like they initially got in touch via email. Email run through Tor servers and all that, jazz, secure stuff, but not, he does not check like the text program y'all were using. He is literally just checking the email and one or two other little somethings. You see him do a quick thing to make sure, he checks some security software to make sure the computer has not been,
Access.
yeah, Anyway, what it brings up, make sure, nobody's tried to log on since, well, it's got a log on date. He doesn't seem to be disturbed by anything he sees there. He just checks it real quick, checks the time.
Alright. It's one building, and my flight speed is pretty good with the AP. So, yeah, night shift will pop out, back to the office. If Steele's there, is Steele there?
Yeah, still in his office.
Night shift will raise up, communicate, young man just went in, checking emails, new information, he's checking the logs, see what's up.
You want me to send security down to grab him?
As much as he looks like a red herring, he may still be the one we gotta hit up. He's not Bernard, but he's somebody. There's a way to do it discreetly, wait till he's done, and grab him.
You see him get on the computer. He calls up his new security chief. He has a bunch of security personnel waiting basically a floor above. And when this kid gets in the elevator, they're going to stop the elevator just that next floor up and snag him there.
Alright, night shift goes. It's one man unless he has powers. You should be able to handle him. I'm going to go back to snooping on what he's doing.
Alright.
He lays back down, flies back down, keep watching it. Kid.
By the time you get there, when you get back, he is shutting the door back and making sure everything's sealed up good. As he walks away, you see him pulling off latex gloves that he was wearing. He just sticks them in his pocket for the moment. He's wearing a little jumpsuit that's basically the janitor's uniform here in the building. And he walks out and he begins walking towards the elevator.
Just gonna keep following him.
Okay. You basically get in the elevator with him. It goes up one floor, it opens up, and all the security staff is sitting there with not like regular pistols out. It's like they've got taser kind of stun gun type stuff. He backs up against the wall. They ask him to step out. Then you hear some of them sound surprised. They call the kid by name.
What is the kid's name?
Jonathan.
Oh, okay.
And now I keep saying kid, he's grown, but
Yeah.
yeah, it turns out he's part of the security staff.
Not surprised, Bernard was security staff, so
Yep.
be the fastest to infiltrate.
They take him, to one of the security areas, They sit him down, Steele comes down, they begin questioning him. He clams up. He's not saying much. I assume that outside the building, the unit is relaying this to everybody else.
Yes.
Okay.
Communication is key.
So what do y'all want to do?
Well, I could do what I did with the bishop before. That got us a lot of information.
So y'all heading back, or?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have a great ability when it comes to interrogation. I just snoop on people really good.
You find things out without having to directly interact with them.
People tell you the most when they think they aren't telling you anything.
This is not untrue. All right, so you guys gonna pile back into his office?
Yeah.
Night shift will go ahead and alert Steel that they're coming in.
Okay. So you all get there. They've got Jonathan in his office. When y'all walk in, Steele is basically threatening him. Basically telling him, you're already fired. You might be able to avoid me having you arrested. You tell us what's going on, kind of thing. But Jonathan clams up. Basically, goes, I ain't done anything illegal.
Does he look like he's nervous or?
He looks fairly nervous. Not like he's losing it or anything.
Right. Unit will calmly step to him and go, "Son, I hope you find no offense in this. I just need to check your pulse."
What?
The last person caught doing something strange in here turned out to be a robot that exploded. I need to check your pulse.
Oh, okay. He holds out his...
Just a quick count. Is it something that isn't the perfect average?
No, he's got an accelerated heartbeat. Oh, we lost somebody.
All right. Oh no, Anna. Oh no.
Hello?
Hello.
You back? Okay.
Hear us?
We saw you disappear for a second.
Sorry about that.
Oh, there's no problem. So anyway.
Everything.
So yeah, Tarky, you check his pulse. He's got an elevated heart rate at the moment.
Here you go.
And, if you look around, you see that he's sweating a little bit.
Thank you, son. Just wanted to make sure, because last time I could have lost a man because of that.
So, why'd you do this? I mean, really, it just seems like a whole lot of effort for not a whole lot of payoff.
I just check the computer now and then. I just check his messages.
You check Bernard's computer, I'm assuming? That's who you're working for?
I'm really not at liberty to say.
Do you have something in you that's stopping you from saying it?
What? No, I'm just not supposed to say.
Okay. Just want to make sure this was not a bomb in the neck situation.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't work for something like that.
But you are working with an anti-mutant bigot who's tried to kill us on several occasions.
I don't think Mr. Bernard would do that.
Well, I mean, you did check his emails with a man with the last name, the Bishop, who literally had rocket launchers at a secret site.
Hey, look, just because people want to protect themselves,
Rocket launchers are illegal to own,
innocent
sir.
people and torture them, same difference, right?
Look. I got nothing against mutants. I was just hired to check the guy's computer's messages down there.
Launch just kind of face palms and turns away. He's like, how could someone be so naive? Willingly blind.
Alright.
Alright then.
I'm going to roll a willpower to try and convince him to let us know where Bernard is, if he does
Change
know.
your name.
Alright, that'll be versus his willpower. Let me find some generic
How-
stats for you.
Zach.
Oof. Oof.
And it's not the worst I could roll.
Yes, it
Actually,
is, yes.
It is.
It's literally the worst you could
Yes,
roll.
it is.
Alright.
But good enough.
Hmm?
Well, I almost rolled as worse as I could. So yeah, you're getting up in his face and talking to him, and your little mandibles going. Your little human-looking compound eye things.
Listen, Bernard is a dangerous guy. He's gonna get a lot of people hurt, human and mutant alike. You gotta tell us what you know about him, where he is, where he might be.
Okay. He's like, look, he just hired me to check his email. You know, he kind of looks over it still. I wasn't doing anything illegal. You know, he didn't tell me how that office got set up. It was just a computer I was checking. He gives you. He's like, I contact him. He gives you an email that he contacts him by, and it's not really a secure something. It's just that he has no particular. You know, he's a relatively new hire. There's no particular reason to think he was connected to Bernard. So, you know, here's how I contact him. You know, I don't know that I'm the only person that checks it. You know, I know Bernard checks it sometimes. I don't know how he gets in and out of the building, that kind of thing.
You think we could use this to set up an in-person meeting or maybe track his location? I mean, I honestly don't know the first thing about this computer thing. About this computer.
Well, Mr. Steele,
Yes?
how many entrances are there to the building?
Well, there's a loading dock in back. There's, of course, the big front doors. There's fire exit, multiple fire exits.
How many of those have cameras situated on?
Should be all of them.
So we can check the security feeds, make sure there are no cuts anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know, anytime there's a loop of footage or anything like that, we can check for it. If there's none of that, night shift can quickly scan a perimeter underground to see if there is some kind of secret tunnel or anything insane like that.
Okay.
As long as there's no underground facilities you do not want us to get anywhere near. Well, I mean, you have basement servers, so I assume there are other basement.
Yeah, there's if you wanted to check around the perimeter of the building, that would be fine. You know,
Understood.
check for any tunnels coming into the building from outside.
Yes.
He said, yeah, in the midst of the center of the building, yeah, there's some stuff down there you don't need to see.
Understood.
As you were discussing this, the building shakes. You know, it's like all the windows rattle. Have you ever been close to an airport when a plane's landing?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like that. You know, you hear. It doesn't sound like any kind of plane you ever heard, but it's kind of, you think engine noises. You know, and like I said, the entire building is shaking. The window out of his office, it's like a shadow passes over it, and you see a large ship coming down over the city.
Do I
Human
recognize
ship
it?
Or alien-esque ship?
Give me an intelligence roll there, Launch.
It's like if it's the exact same ship as the last ship we saw.
It's bigger than that.
Joyful.
I mean,
How big?
it's not like battleship big or nothing like that, but it's about twice the size of that little
All right.
little one the pirate guy was in.
So it's like the length of 3 or 4 18-wheelers. The other transport was like 1.5.
Yeah, something like that. You know, it would lengthwise it would fit in a football field.
Okay.
You know, widthwise it would overhang a little bit. But all right, so an 8.5. Yeah, this is alien. Yeah, you can't rattle off the make and model of it or anything.
Do I recognize it as its offensive and defensive capabilities?
It looks like it could be troop transport. It could be cargo hauler. You're sure it's got some armaments, but it's more of a move stuff from point A to point B.
Okay.
You know, it passes over the building. It came in kind of low over the building, keeps going. You see something seems to be dropping out of the sides. They're not using parachutes, but something is slowing them down as they get to the ground. Off in the distance, you see another ship just like it coming in. You see one that hasn't come down low that seems to be going out past the city.
Yeah, unit gonna go ahead and call the military guy. Our military contact.
He
Yeah,
answers the
General,
phone in the
whatever.
second ring.
Hey, yeah, aliens in city.
We're just starting to get in some reports. He's like,
We're here to confirm that report.
He's like, we didn't, nothing we've got picked them up until they were already here. We didn't see them
Is
come in
that
through
one
orbit.
heading towards the base?
Beg pardon?
Is that one that's kind of going in a different direction? Is it heading in the direction of the base?
It is not.
Okay.
In fact, the direction you're looking, you couldn't see in the direction of the base anyway.
Ah.
All right. I think we need to go take care of that.
Yeah, look at Miss Steele. Terribly sorry about this. There is suddenly urgent business.
He's just looking at, yeah, of course.
Don't want to kick out his window.
Is that how Launch decides to leave?
Yes.
Give me a strength roll versus the strength of his window.
Oh, come on.
All right, benchmark. Let's see here. Let's see. I was hoping glass would be listed, but it's not.
Well, to be fair, it'd be like plexiglass.
Yeah.
Unless he's got some kind of hinky tech.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean is like it's gonna be something stronger than just glass.
Yeah.
But then again, a strength of 6 is like lifting a car, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, or at least close to it, yeah. Yeah, car. Let's see what's yeah, it'll work.
I mean, even without a great roll, it's still pretty strong.
All right.
No.
All right. So you hit the glass. For a second, you think you're gonna have an embarrassing moment as you bounce off. It's like it resists for just a second, and then you smash on through. Unfortunately, it's killed all your forward momentum, so you kind of go through the glass and just sort of drop.
Oh god. Recluse catches her with his webs.
Wait, I wasn't trying to jump through it. I was just going to kick it.
Oh, I thought you were like smashing through it. Okay, in that case, the glass breaks, but you kind of go stumbling backwards a step.
What the hell, Launch? This place has doors.
And now it has one directly outside.
We are so sorry, Mr. Steele. You have no home training.
I'm not a dog.
Steele just pauses for a second, looks at Launch, looks at his window, turns around to his security staff, starts
That's
ordering
some
them to lock
really
down the
strong
building.
glass you have there.
There could be people on the sidewalk under that.
Unit turns. I'm terribly sorry about this, sir. Impulse, night shift. Drop, get on those ships. Tell me what's going on. Team, full rally once I hit ground floor. And unit starts going for the elevator.
Okay. Alright, now that the window's open, what are the rest of y'all doing?
Window.
'Cause I cannot survive a probably 16-story drop.
I could just lower you down. I mean, that's how I'm going out.
I could also carry you out, bridal style. It'll be fun. A great picture for the newspapers.
Yes, I'll take it. It's faster than the elevator. Because we've already damaged the window, I might as well use the opening.
Alright. So Launch snatches up Unit and leaps out the building.
Recluse swings after him. These are my friends. These are my friends. These are my friends.
Not made poor life choices.
I'm just glad I'm part of my own team. I don't bear the responsibility for what you two do.
I am completely unliable.
I know these guys, but I'm not with these guys. I just want to make that clear.
I have my own super team. They've got their own name and everything.
Alright. So you both swing out and leap out. Several blocks away where you saw some of those somethings dropping out. Let's see, where do I need to move y'all to? There we go. So somewhere around, say, building 8 here is where y'all can put y'all's minis.
Let's see, 9. There it is, in the corner.
Yeah, it should be on the corner of the character sheets. On that first little page of it. Alright, and tell me there's just the one of you right now. Or one of your team.
Yeah, I do not have access to the other tokens, so...
Oh, that's right. I forgot I had to throw those down. Alright, so you said you were rallying the entire team when you got there. And
Everything other than black and red.
Alright, so... You said everybody except
yellow,
black and
purple.
red?
Yellow, purple, blue, and yeah. Yeah, yellow, purple, blue.
There's purple. Alright. I'm going to assume that you called the Myrmidon. He was off on some other business, but I will assume that you've called him so he can show up whenever his player shows up.
Todd okay?
Beg pardon?
Todd's okay?
Yeah, he was running some errands or something and said he was going to be late.
Gotcha.
He sent me a text. Alright, so you land there. It's 3 of those robots that you've seen before. They are shooting cars, primarily destroying engines. They are broadcasting a message. It's like they've got a PA kind of thing built into them. They're not killing people. They seem to be herding people, trying to herd people.
Oh, that's not good.
So, like, this little circle here I'm drawing, you've basically got a cluster of pedestrians that they've already sort of herded in. I'm not going to throw miniatures out for that many people, but really need to come up with like a crowd token I can throw down. But anyway, so if you start tossing cars around, be sure to be careful of this area here. I don't want to have to come up with an innocent bystanders table, but I will if I have to. Alright, so y'all have landed there. What do you want to do?
Okay, so it's only these 3 guys.
In this particular area, like I said, the ship kept going, and every few blocks is dropping folks off. But
Yeah. Honestly, I kind of want to see what unit's going to have all his people do, and I kind of want to go at the ship.
okay, well, right here, the ship has flown off past right here. This is the first area you got to where it had dropped some
I thought
things
it was
off.
still kind of roaming around this general area. Nope, dropping folks.
No, it just kind of swooped down, started dropping, and it kept going.
Okay.
All right, now where is the?
Can I hold the mouse?
Well. Oh, there it is. Add a turn.
Oh, I guess we need to roll.
Yeah, I'm adding turns. We're putting everybody in the initiative order. So yes, everybody give me a coordination roll. Let's see, pull up the attacker sheet.
No.
Well, that's nice.
4, 7. Yeah, 4, 4, 7, whatever. Alright. Anna got an 8. Recluse got a 10. What did Unit get? Where is Unit at? An 11.
That was the first roll. I got an 11.
And then we'll put those in descending order. Well, Anna is in luck. She gets to see what Unison's going to do first.
Yay.
Alright, first off, have Impulse or Night Shift reached a ship yet? In their forms.
Oh, let's see. Let me check how fast they are.
It's a rank 6.
They are approaching the outside of one.
Alright, so maybe next turn I can start getting some info.
Yeah.
Alright then. Unit will turn to launch. After these get shot enough, they start to do that goo thing, correct?
Yep,
And that gets stopped by electricity, correct?
that's right.
Do we have anything electric?
Can I glance around for power lines and whatnot?
In this part of the city, those would be underground.
Yeah.
So, how do we plan on containing them?
Can we use car batteries? Like, I honestly have no idea.
Are we willing to try that?
Hmm.
If that's the only option, it's what we got to go with.
Yes, I'm trying to remember if any of us picked up any kind of electrical weapon.
Not that we kept.
We need a stun gun.
at the very least, the first order of business should be trying to get these things' attention away from the people.
Oh, I mean, we're going into combat. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Just need to know the best way to handle the situation.
Yeah.
What happens if we don't electrify them?
From what we saw, they just kept spreading until they were electrified. We don't know if there's like a maximum amount they can expand. So just one of these things, if it goes, could be a city block or even city wrecking prospect.
Alright, we've got to move fast though, so I'll start taking shots at them, and we'll figure it out as we go.
Alright.
So I'll move mine to the corners. I cannot move the other three.
Yeah, I just realized that I'm about to. Let's see. Controlled by. Alright. That should give you control over the blue one. That gives you control over the yellow one. And that should give you the purple one.
Alright. And they're just gonna start taking T-blasts at the middle unit.
They all walk up to the edge of the building, cock their fists, and start blasting, huh?
Yep. So, first shot.
Now, are you doing these as individual blasts, or are you...
Individually, just 4 separate single shots.
Okay.
Because last time I shot this at them, it was effective with just one person. So.
Alright. So you're shooting, that'd be against their coordination.
Alright, so that one will be a hit.
Just shooting this first one here?
The middle one.
Middle one, alright. And you do how much with a TKA blast?
4. Rank 4.
Rank 4. Alright, move on to the next one.
Yep, second shot.
And this is against the same one?
Yes.
Alright.
Third shot.
Still a hit.
I looked good for that word.
And fourth shot. Alright, 4 shots, 4 hits.
Nice.
Okay. Each individual shot by itself doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot to it. But taking 4 of them has messed him up. You know, I mean, he's still up. He is still a threat, but you have blown sections of armor off. And the T-blasts do like concussive force, right?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, you see the armor plates kind of crumple in, and then another blast might knock it off. All of them start to swivel around in your direction, in the direction of the attack. Recluse, you're up.
Oh, please let this end better than the last time I did this. And I'm just gonna swing down and try and just web this one up.
Okay.
Mobilize it. Nice.
And that was, I believe that was coordination for them to avoid that, I believe. 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's a major success. And it was... What did that power fall under? Binding, there we go.
Yes.
Alright, so you got 6. Alright, that puts the target into a complete hold. The target is fully restrained and cannot take any physical action except to escape. So this round, it cannot move anywhere. It cannot shoot. It cannot do anything but try to either wiggle out, or in the case of these things, it's going to try to break the webbing just with pure strength.
And for my second attack, I'm gonna try and web up this one.
Okay.
Ooh, not a good roll.
Nah, you don't really get that one. You get a little webbing on it, but not attached to anything.
Yeah.
It saw what you did to its buddy and was already going into kind of evasive maneuvers. Not that it's very fast. It's actually, it's bulky and moves like you'd expect something bulky to move. Launch.
What do I need to do to jump over here and kick this one into that one?
I would give you... Let's see, you would need to get at least a major success on the first guy to have a chance at knocking him back.
Okay. Then I'm going to use a determination point with my float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Okay.
1 or 2. Okay.
And let's see, a kick would be using...
Prowess, right?
Yeah, kick uses prowess, but if you're trying to kick him into somebody, which is higher, or I should say, which is lower? Your prowess or your coordination?
Prowess. Yeah, my prowess is lower.
Okay, go ahead and use your prowess then.
I already rolled it.
Okay, yeah. So versus his prowess.
15.
Well, if you were going to get a massive success, that's the roll to do it.
Yep. Since it would be prowess to hit this guy, but coordination to hit the next one. But we're going to do it as one action, so you'd use the lower of the two.
Okay.
Which seems to have worked out for you just fine. So 7, 12. So you beat it by 6. That's definitely a massive. And what is your strength?
It is a 6.
All right. So he rolls his strength to resist the knockback. Oh, hang on. So let me roll. Well, actually, go ahead and roll your strength, and that'll be the number he has to beat.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and let you roll it.
Dang it.
That's pretty good.
Okay, so he just barely avoids getting knocked back. Go ahead and move your miniature next to him if you would.
Let me hunt him. There it is.
But that is 6 damage to him. Let's see, 6 damage to him minus his damage resistance. Well, now all of a sudden it won't let me pull up his little menu. What is going on? Comes up fine on his buddies. Oh well, I was gonna put the X on him so you know he was dead, but you did manage to knock him, but you did take him out.
Awesome. Now the electrical problem.
Oh, wait a second. Never mind. If he's dead, I don't see how he could roll that to resist. I was not thinking about that. I was handling it one thing at a time rather than looking at.
The dead hold no resistance to force.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
becomes a projectile.
You can't brace yourself up to take the shot if you're dead. All right, so that goes at his buddy, who has to avoid the shot with a 8. We're using the original 13 and a roll though. So that hits him. Oh, don't need that. I needed so that's her 6 strings minus that, so and go ahead and give him another strength roll because he's got to resist the knockback because that's a massive on him or a major on him.
Strength.
Both rolling ones.
Well, hey, at least the program don't like either one of us today. Let's see, blocking, defending, maneuvering, grabbing, rushing, throwing, wrestling, dodging, evading. So that is okay. I want to say that's the because if you tie, it just knocks him prone, but you beat him by 1, so he doesn't go flying back a real long way, but you knock him back into the sidewalk here. Yeah, go ahead and scoot them both that way. All right. Then it is the attacker's turn. Starting with the one next to Recluse. Alright, what is the strength on your webs?
I believe it is a 6. Yes, it's a 6.
Alright, so roll me a d6 plus that 6. Why do I keep pulling up the dice roller instead of his sheet? So roll me a d6 plus the webbing strength versus his strength.
10.
Alright, he got an 11. So he manages to break loose. Yeah, that 11 too. So yeah, he struggles for a minute but manages to tear loose of the webbing. But that's his action for the round. Alright, this guy picks himself up, which is basically his movement for the round. And he is going to shoot at Anna. So if you're going to dodge it, give me a coordination.
I'm going to let it hit.
Okay. It hits you dead on. Now it's doing energy damage, but you had expanded your absorption, hadn't you?
I sure did.
Alright, it does 5 ranks, I think. Yeah. Alright, so that's 5 ranks you absorbed.
So she is fully charged.
And then attacker 4 is dead, so he ain't doing nothing. And then we are back to the top of the order with U.N.I.S.O.N.
Unit will address, well, Novice and Overshield will pop down. and Novice will address the crowd, shouting, asking if anyone has any kind of taser or electric device, because it helps stop these from doing something. Help stop these things. We have a crowd of people. I'm sure someone's got a self-defense item.
You hear one lady crowd, I've got pepper spray. Alright, Taylor, give me a D6 roll versus the D6 roll I'm going to give, and if you guys roll, or if you roll higher, then somebody has got something.
Ooh, nope.
Nope, nobody seems to have nothing.
Alright.
You hear one lady go, I had one in my car, and she points over at this burning car to one side that, the aliens have clearly shot.
Well. Boss, what's the plan?
Alright.
And, quick check. Does it look like any of these buildings are a shop that might have one?
Give me an awareness roll.
And also, do these things... Because I wasn't there for the first couple fights with these. In the first fight with these. Do they have to actively do it themselves, or just when they get destroyed they do it?
After they sustain enough damage, they seem to just goo out. So I'm expecting the two up top start.
Alright.
Melting soon.
You look around and not that kind of shop in this area now.
Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and shout to the people to disperse in an orderly manner, and give the general direction that ships have gone to not go those ways if possible.
The crowd, it's like they all take 1 second, they look at each other, then they go, ah, and run down the alleyways.
As long as they're out of combat.
They basically begin running this way.
And then it's a job of 4-man pot shots at the robot.
Okay. Which robot you shooting at?
The closest, the webbed up one.
Okay. Well, he has just torn his way out of the webbing.
The previously webbed up one.
Gotcha.
And since I just saw that four consecutive shots making the hit will not kill it, I'm just gonna roll all 4 shots at once. Just back to back to back to back.
All right, now are you teaming up? Are you teaming these guys up, or is this just rapid fire?
There are 4 separate shots, but because I know he will not die on the 3rd shot.
Oh, gotcha.
Putting all 4 out there as a block.
Rather than waiting to see how each one does. Gotcha.
Correct.
All right, so he needs 4 coordinations.
So hit, 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 hit. One of them is a major success, so he will get pushed.
Okay.
Because it's a concussive hit. And one is a major. Because 6 is a massive, correct?
It goes by 2s. If you tie, it's marginal. 1 to 2 is a minor success. 3 to 4 is a major. 5 to 6 and up is a massive.
Alright, so I got a massive and then a major on the 2 11s.
Okay.
So he'll get pushed, then pushed again slightly? Or is it a resistance kind of thing?
Hang on a second. Why is that even here? Alright. There we go. Alright, so you're doing 4 points of damage?
Yes, it's a rank 4.
Alright, so that's... But there's 4 of them, so... 4 total. He's got to make 2 resistance checks versus the damage. Keep going for the random die roller instead of the... How many of those did I just roll?
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So 1, 2, 3. You'd made 3 rolls.
Okay. Sometimes
Seven and
when you do the button in rapid succession, it doesn't make the noise, so I can't always tell how many times I've clicked it. So ignore that bottom 9. That's nothing.
All right.
He got the
So
7.
7 and a 9.
All right. All right. So he does not go flower. Oh, roll d6 plus what the plus the 4. The first one you want to be the 7. The second one you want to be the 9.
First one succeeded. Second one failed.
All right. So that was the major that succeeded.
It was the massive that succeeded.
Okay. In that case, that knocks him quite a ways back.
Oof.
You know, if a major knocks him back, it just knocks him back kind of the next range increment. And major, I believe, does like 2. Alright, so that was you. Recluse.
Okay, how many of these things are still actually active, as in shooting?
2.
Right.
This one up here, and then the one that just got knocked back.
Gotcha.
They have both suffered damage, though.
Yeah.
The one that was right in front of you really seems to have taken a beating.
Do we know how effective fire might be against these things?
It is not something you have tried before.
Hey, Launch. How good do you think your powers would be in combusting one of these vehicles? A little bit more than they already are. Just kind of shrug. I don't know. Might be something we want to try. Alright, so... Is this vehicle right here currently burning?
Yes. The engine block has clearly been shot, and there is some fire. It's not huge flaming, but it's burning.
Alright. Okay, I'm gonna do something kind of crazy.
Okay.
Web zip over here. And try to grapple and throw this guy onto the burning sections of this vehicle. Just to see what happens.
Okay. Let's see here. So you are grappling. That will use your wrestling skill if you have wrestling.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to tap my quality blessed by the crawling gods to give myself a little boost on grabbing him, and that'd be prowess or coordination.
Prowess.
All right. So that's an 11.
And I rolled a 5 for him.
God, how are you?
Oh, there he
He
is.
may still be loading in.
All right, now give me a coordination roll. Are you gonna throw him, or are you gonna grab him and like just run over there and stick him on him?
You know what? I'm actually gonna do that. Just grab him and then run over there, throw him on top of him.
All right, so we'll move you back here, and you slap him down on the fire. It seems to do just a little bit of damage to him. And really just where his armor was already kind of chipped off.
Oh. Either way for my second attack, I'm just gonna web the one that's still up and shooting.
Okay.
Try to at least. Ouch.
Okay, you get him. So this is only... You only beat him by 1, so I know he's not completely webbed up. Alright. So that's a partial hold. Target can perform actions, but at -2 and can't move from the spot. So he'll be able to shoot, but he'll be at -2, and he can't actually move and maneuver anywhere.
Alright, it looks like Todd can either not hear us or not speak, one or the other. Because he's typing right now.
I see that. Let me mark this guy as webbed. Launch, you're up.
So the fire didn't really have any effect on him?
He didn't seem to, at least not yet.
He took a little damage, but not a whole lot.
Yeah.
Well, since the Spider-Man is in between my line of fire, I guess I'll shoot at this guy.
Okay. Firing the energy that you had just absorbed.
Yep.
All right, there's his coordination. Ooh.
This one.
But that's
my roll.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's see. 4. So you beat that by 5.
Christ.
That gets you up into a major success. Not that it matters the amount of damage you're doing, but because that's what, 5 ranks.
Yes, sir.
So yep, that one goes away. Then it is Attacker 7. Oh, which is the one you just killed. Let's see. Well, you only just killed him, so he just lays there. The next one is the one that's webbed up. He's gonna take a shot at Zach. You webbed him up, so he's shooting you.
That seems awfully petty for a robot.
Well, you're also in his line of sight if you wanted to shoot, anybody else, just about.
I don't know. Oh, there we go.
Oh yeah, he doesn't even come close. Todd, go ahead and give me a coordination roll for your initiative.
And while you're doing that, I'll catch you up real quick. We went to Steele, talked to him, found a secret room that Bernard was using. Captured a kid that Bernard had hired to access his emails from there. And about the middle of interrogation, alien spaceships started moving and dropping troops in.
Yeah, alien spaceship. Did you hear me when I said that?
Something about spaceships. What?
Okay, I said yay, alien spaceships.
Yeah.
Okay.
As they were arriving here to take off these troops, they called the Myrmidon, who was off on personal business or something. So,
AKA Indian food.
better or worse than Korean?
Oh, it tastes fine. It's the
No, I just mean, you know, how's it compared to that Korean place we hit the other day?
oh, I liked it. You know, it has a real good taste to it. It's just, you know, extracurriculars hit you fairly quickly.
Yeah, until your body adjusts. That tends to happen.
Alright, so anyway. Alright, so he shot Zach and missed. And then this guy here begins to Grey Goo. As they tend to do. Technically, he should have. They're supposed to Grey Goo the round after they die. I can't remember if this is the first or second round, but we aren't going to worry about it. Alright.
You failed as a GM.
Would not be the first time. Alright, Todd, if you'll throw your mini down on here somewhere.
God, how the hell do I do that? Where are the bad guys?
The last one standing is over here.
Oh, where? Oh, okay.
Yeah, 2 of them are downed. 1 is starting to Grey Goo. The big green circle was innocent pedestrians, but they have started flooding to the alleyways once we gave proper distraction.
I'll pop up there.
Okay.
Yeah, with my usual. Yeah. Today, Mother Guys blessed you with a hero legend.
Hey, you didn't happen to bring a stun gun, did ya?
Not particularly.
Alright, that's your thing. Alright, top of the order. Myrmidon, go.
And I'm over here basically by the only one guy's Grey Goo the other one is still up.
Yeah, this one right here, he's got some webbing on him that's got him pinned in place.
Mm-hmm.
But he's still capable of shooting.
Oh. And I'm next to a semi-trailer truck?
Yes.
Yeah, I hit him with the truck.
One that the front end of the truck is already on fire because they have not been shooting the pedestrians. They were destroying vehicles. They seem to be hurting the people.
Yeah, I take basically the back of the truck and go splat.
All right.
So when he asked me if I have a stun gun, I go, not particularly, and I hit the guy with the truck.
All right, give me a prowess roll then. Alright, that's a hit. Your strength is...
I rolled it.
Oh, it's
What
your
was the
initiative.
hit?
I was looking at your initiative. My mistake.
I'm sitting there going, it was?
I was looking at your initiative. I thought you'd already rolled.
Nope, it died.
He is at a -2, however, for being webbed. I did not take that into account when he rolled. So that makes it a hit. Your strength is a 9 currently?
Yep.
Alright, then he goes down. Okay, so combat is wrapped. Alright, so this one here it's gray gooing. Not that you can see it because it's... Well, you saw it gray gooing when you show up, but the trailer truck is over the both of them right now. So, basically something like that. Recluse, the one you threw on the fire. Let me get back to my pointer. It starts to gray goo. And the entire soup kind of bubbles up. But as it starts to move onto the truck, it seems to just stop. The gray, where the fire is, starts to blacken. And it's not that it burns up completely, but the fire is obviously, damaging the nanites.
Yeah.
Under the truck, the back end of the trailer here, say, right about here, it bubbles up, the entire thing starts to gray goo, it expands slightly, and then you hear sort of a sparking sound, and it all stops. You think maybe it started gray gooing the sidewalk and got deep enough to hit a power line or something? I keep leaving my drawing tool on instead of my pointer. Alright. So the civilians have pretty well... Oops. Accidentally got rid of Zach there.
Oh god, you killed me.
I don't know what you're talking about. Trying to just highlight the little crap I had drawn to get rid of it, and it ain't want to highlight. There we go. Alright. Alright, so that handles the problem in this area. Do you have police band, Taylor? No. That would have to be like a power. Or you'd have to carry around a separate radio.
That would be entirely up to the police force whether or not to give me one.
That's right.
I will, if I need to spend a determination point, paranoia agent, that is one of the multiple things I've been asking to see if I am legally allowed to have.
I think police radio these days are encrypted. I don't know if civilians are allowed to have. I really just don't know.
Alright. But no, unless they have given me one, I do not have it.
Alright. So, over the course of the next hour or so, you run around town, and there are you stop several instances like this. We're not going to dice through each and every one of them. But most of those little pods that you saw dropping off, I say pods, they were far enough away when you were in Still's office that you couldn't tell exactly what it was. But it seems to be 3 or 4 man squads of these robots. They are herding people in one direction. One police officer you run into says they think one of the ships actually landed at the park.
Oh yeah, how are my trackers doing?
Oh yes. You got into one of the ships. There was The pilot of the ship. There's only as you get on there. There is only the pilot currently on that ship. He is organic. He does not look like the last guy you fought, but he's obviously some kind of alien.
All right.
And sure enough, he pilots over to the park and sits down. Close to the old graveyard. Like I said, the rest of you hear reports from the police of the ship landing in the park. Give me intelligence rolls.
What's the other one?
Alright, so you're trying to beat an 8.
Look it up.
Hey Todd, you there?
Mm-hmm.
Give me an intelligence roll, please. Alright, there you go. Alright. Recluse. When you start hearing about the park, you realize that's, generally speaking, kind of the direction that all these robots were herding their people towards.
Okay, so this is gonna turn into a full-on fucked up abduction scenario. We need to go, like, now.
Unison, as soon as Recluse mentions this, you realize, it clicks with you that, yeah, that is the, not always a straight line because they were following streets, but yeah, that seems to be the way they were going.
Mm.
So do you make your way to the park?
Does Recluse know of any close sporting goods and or really any area? 1 second, need a AFK for a second.
Okay. Maybe another lizard.
Who knows?
Well, I want to take this opportunity to grab me a soda. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the same.
Todd, entertain everyone.
Jason looks like Bobby Hill from King of the Hill. Ta-da!
Nothing quite like the taste of a cold, refreshing, redacted until we get the sponsorship.
Very true, very true.
Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Nothing's on fire.
Did the lizard man come and be like, "Hey, do you have my son?"
Okay, does Recluse know of any place on the way to the park that would probably carry any sort of stun gun or taser products?
Yes.
Unit will go ahead and call the police just to give them the information to always have those on hand while handling the situation.
Yeah, I let Launch know. Okay, we need to go to the park. But we also need to go here first and get like armfuls of stun guns.
Okay.
And we're probably gonna just rely on your pretty face to try and negotiate. To try and borrow them at the very least.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
If the place isn't just evacuated.
All right. So y'all begin heading towards the park. Recluse Launch, you stop off at the sporting goods store, or wherever it is that would carry this thing. I'm really not sure where you go to buy just run-of-the-mill tasers. But anyway,
I mean, a pawn shop could sell them legally. I mean, you could buy one from a Walmart.
Yeah.
yeah, fair enough.
The superhero city equivalent.
So were they right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had a buddy that worked at Kroger's that in his games you had the K. Rogers stores. And he'd just sit there and wait to see how long it took the new players to catch on. Alright, so you run into the store. It is deserted.
All right.
And there's been some blaster damage and destroyed vehicles in the area.
Recluse really quickly shuffles around behind the counter and to find a pen and some write on and scrawls a note. We had to borrow some stuff. Love the unknowns. And just sticks it on the cash register for
I owe you. Alright.
I'm gonna grab an armful. But I was gonna do that before he wrote the note anyway, so.
Alright.
I'm trying to be polite.
So you grab an armful of tasers and run off with them. U.N.I.S.O.N and Myrmidon. Do you go with them into the store, or do y'all just beeline for the park?
Yeah, I'd be lying for the park.
I recalled the team and then looked to Myrmidon. Hey, with your tunneling thing, can you carry a person?
Yep.
Cool. I'm your Huckleberry.
Aww. I ship it.
You mean you don't jump up into his arms, Scooby-Doo and Scrappy, Shaggy style, rather?
Eh, depends how he wants to do it. Lunch Princess carried me, I don't care. I just don't have super speed. You can tunnel faster than I can walk.
Sounds like a plan.
I promise I won't mess around with your introduction.
Yeah, you probably will.
Fair enough.
But you can't help it.
Alright. So this is the park, or the section of the park that you arrive at.
I can't see.
You have a crowd of people walking through these tombstones here.
We were trying to stop an alien abduction.
Yep.
They're abducting people from a grave.
Well, they have hoarded people
Hurting them.
to this area.
Ah,
This little graveyard here is all that's left of what had been the city's original graveyard. As the city had expanded, they had
Exhumed?
thank you, I was blanking on the word. They had exhumed most of the people buried here and buried them, outside the city. This was a little section that was obscured by some woods that wound up getting left. Later on, as they made a park in the area and discovered it, this is kind of like a little historical thing now that connects to the rest of the park. The ship is parked over to the left here. You know, it's landed, its back doors open. It's just waiting for the people to load up. As you arrive, you see 3 more of the robot troopers or whatever, and 3 obviously non-human beings. They're walking kind of behind the robots, occasionally giving them the machines orders, but also shouting orders to the civilians.
What are they shouting to the civilians?
Generally, just trying to keep them in order and march them towards the ship. You know, anybody tries to run, they'll be shot. Anybody tries to fight, they'll be shot. You know, remember that last guy? You know, remember what happened to that last guy that tried to get down that storm drain?
Got eaten by a clown.
It's not where they go with it, but okay. So everybody wants to throw their minis down. Let's see.
I don't know where Myrmidon's going to appear, but I'll have to appear beside him.
And basically, I'm going to give U.N.I.S.O.N and Myrmidon 1 turn before launch, and Recluse can catch up with him.
Oh, fair.
So yeah, we'll just leave them 2 over here in the corner. Let me add a turn for all the baddies. Alright, Todd, so you're basically coming up out of the ground between them and the ship.
Yeah. Tarky, feel free to, offer advice about where you want to pop up.
Well, are we trying to negotiate, or are we just trying to beat them fast?
We know they're performing abductions.
Yeah, we know.
Everything
we know
you've seen points to that.
And the green circle's the ship.
The green circle are where the civilians are clustered together right now.
Where is the ship?
The ship is back behind you off the map.
Yeah, further to the right. Off map.
Okay. We get between, so the aliens are coming up behind the people herding them to the ship?
Correct.
Yeah.
Anybody in the ship yet? Any of the civilians in the ship yet?
Not
There
that
is
you can
one
see
person
from where
in the
you're at.
ship called Night Shift.
Oh, that's right. You got people on the ship. Yeah, nobody's loaded in the ship yet.
Okay.
I forgot you had them 2 guys being sneaky.
Yep. Because I always have people being sneaky.
Ah, there's where I needed it.
So let's get in between the. So is this between the people in the weirdos?
Yes, that's between the people and the weirdos.
That's where we want to be.
Alright, so 5, 6, 5. Alright. Everybody go ahead and give me a coordination roll for your initiative. Alright, so Recluse has got a 9. Anna has got an 8. Tarky has got a 7. And the Myrmidon. What is it with Myrmidon and Unison having the same initiatives?
Well, they're soulmates,
We have the
obviously.
same bonus.
And you're rolling the same? Weird.
Exactly. Anytime we roll the same, it will be the same result.
Alright. Zoom in just slightly.
So unlike with, Recluse, there is no roll he or I could make that the other couldn't.
Yeah. Alright, Todd, how do you announce your presence coming up out of the ground?
How much have I heard of what they're doing to people?
Well, you would know from us, it sounds like basic abduction. They're hurting people, moving them.
Yeah.
Did I hear any of that, move along or you'll be shot? Remember what happened to the guy that tried to get into the storm drain?
Yes. That's what you hear coming up. With your awareness, you can hear through a few inches of dirt without too much trouble.
That I come up basically going make peace with your God.
The really pale woman here basically goes, we have hostiles.
Hey, Jason?
Uh-huh.
On the turn order, I do not see I don't see Myrmidon or Launch.
I've got Recluse, an attacker, Launch, 2 attackers, you, Myrmidon.
Huh.
I'm
Very
not
strange.
seeing a Recluse or Myrmidon either.
We all have a different messed up turn order right now. That's strange.
It is very weird. Try closing it and reopening it. Just the turn order box.
I see everybody's turn order. 98776.
Well, as long as the GM has a turn order proper,
Yeah.
that's all.
Alright, so top of the order is Recluse, but he is not here in the first round. So that drops to one of the robots. So Myrmidon comes bursting up out of the ground, telling them to make peace with their gods. And the first little mech man decides to shoot him while he's talking. So give me a coordination roll to dodge, Todd.
I'm in between me and my gelato.
Set the gelato down.
Come between me and my gelato, damn it.
Alright, you beat him by 1, so he does not hit. You don't have to dodge much, it's just a slight twist. And the beam goes past you. The civilians behind you scream as this energy blast goes flying over their heads. You're a good bit taller than them, so I want to assume it was aiming higher than them. See, Launch is not here this round, so now it's the next robot. Alright, the next 2 robots go next, so they're both just going. I'm just going to roll both shots at Todd. Oh, should have been their guns, but it's the same, so it don't make no difference. So give me 2 dodge rolls there, Todd. Got to beat a 7, and then you got to beat a 5.
How about a 7 and a 7?
That will do it. Technically the first energy blast may kind of skim across you, but it's not straight on enough to do any damage. Then it is Unison's turn. With only unit on the board, what are you going to do?
unit will say we are in, and then the rest of the team's gonna pop in,
All
and
right.
obviously say unison.
How much of the rest of the team is available?
Should be the 5.
Which two are on the ship?
Well, right now, Impulse and Night Shift are ghosting following separate ships.
Okay. You said Impulse and Novice?
Impulse and Night Shift.
And Night Shift, all right. So you've got Novice.
Well, the thing is, with Night Shift, if the ship Impulse is following and still doing stuff, Impulse will be out. But Night Shift will be back, teleporting to here.
I got you.
Since I know where the ship is.
All right, so you've got everybody except Impulse, who is following one of the ships that's still moving.
Yes.
All right, and is that your action to pop them?
If that's the only action I can take, then yes.
Okay.
Also, let's go ahead and hand control over the tokens to me.
Oh, right. Then it's the Myrmidon's turn.
Damn, it's a crowd. Is that a tombstone next to me?
Yes, an antique. A very old tombstone. Will you not listen to the entire description of this area?
Yeah, neat.
Yes, it is like a 100-year-old tombstone.
Got good size to it?
No, it's not a particularly large one, no.
There's really no such thing as a tombstone. If it's standing up, it's not a decent size.
I'm just telling you, it's not one of them big, fancy tombstones. It's one of them typical kind of, Ten Commandment-looking tablet-looking things.
Probably 3 foot tall, maybe.
Yeah, that's good enough.
I should stop speaking.
Yeah, I picked that up and throw it at. Was that the one in front of me, the one that shot at me?
All 3 of the robots have shot at you.
You could literally walk over, grab one of the robots, and throw it into another robot. You're so strong. But you'll grab a tombstone.
Desecrating a grave.
And really old grave.
Then they're dirt by now. I probably passed through them on the way here. Anyway, you take the tombstone and we'll heave it as hard as I can at the closest robot.
All right. Give me a coordination roll.
And the heroes are you scared to do a little property damage.
I mean, when there's better options, it's better options.
All right, you hit him dead on. The tombstone, it just shatters. And that was... You got a 8 strength? 9 strength.
9.
So 9 from 3. They got a damage resistance of 3, so that's 6. It goes down. Tombstone hits it in the head kind of caves in. Like I said, the tombstone falls to pieces. Something will be said on the evening news about it, no doubt. Next up is the pale-looking alien chick. Essentially, you've got one alien that looks, in basic design, looks more or less human, but she's freakishly pale with kind of blue and white hair. You've got one that looks like some sort of cat species. And then you've got a rather large green guy that's got a kind of cell on his head. It is the pale chick's turn. All of them look a little surprised, you know, when you take one of their droids out with one lick. She looks over at the green guy and just kind of gives him a nod. And then she turns to you, Todd. You see her body begin to expand and flow. It's like she's becoming some sort of liquid. You know, still with kind of a visible face. It's still more or less in her form, but. And from where she is standing, let's see, where's the line tool? Basically, it's like she throws one hand out and the arm just elongates. Give me a prowess roll. You duck to one side where it's like she was trying to slap her hand into your face.
Is her hand like liquid?
Yes. Her entire body looks like it's become liquid.
Since technically I dodged it, can it hit me and just not do nothing?
If you choose to let it hit you, it can hit you, yes. What it'll do or not do to you will depend on, you know.
Yeah, she may have like a draining touch or something.
Or she could be a super strong water chick.
Or poison.
Yeah, I'll let it miss. I had a cool line. If it hit me, it didn't do shit.
Next up is the green guy. +5, okay. He runs towards you, Todd, and he expands. He gets bigger. He bulks up as he's coming at you.
Man, damn, people I'm here with a crowd. A literal crowd.
You're the one that popped up talking about, you know, making peace.
You did say make peace with your gods and then broke one of their toys in front of them.
You have identified yourself as a threat. Who do you think looks more threatening, Myrmidon or the Power Rangers?
The Power Rangers. The Power Rangers kill everybody.
I mean, have they even had a chance to do anything yet?
Not really, no.
No, we literally just popped up and said we're in unison.
And struck a
Yeah.
pose.
I'm pretty sure if I surrounded you with the Crips, you'd be worried about them.
Yeah, but these guys are all different colors, so, you know, clearly they're not a gang.
They're exactly a gang.
Alright, so he turns on his boost ability. That's going to jack his health up some. And he's going to run up and try to punch Todd. Just a good old-fashioned punch to the face. So give me a prowess.
It literally says punch to the face. Wow.
He's a pirate. He's not well educated.
You got me by one.
Alright. And what is your damage reduction?
I think it's 5.
Let's see here. Myrmidon character sheet.
That's what the power is.
That's right, because it's equal to your alternate form. All right.
Yep.
And let's see. His strength is a His strength is a 3. His boost is a 5, so that gives him a strength of 8. Or no. That bumps it. Oh, wait a minute. How did it? I haven't made a terrible decision with this guy. Anyway, so he punches you in the face. It's a good hard lick, but it doesn't seem to do anything to you.
Quick, say your line. You got hit and it didn't do shit.
Tarky really wanted to hear it. It's not as effective as it's not the water broad, but it's basically I am the rocks of the eternal shore. Crash against me and be broken. You'll see that in my next move because I'm probably.
Because you're gonna perform the rock bottom on this dude.
He wishes.
Well, I mean, like the rock bottom, except you take him to the center of the earth.
Jesus Christ!
Well, you can literally do that. So,
Yeah, I know.
I mean, at this point, I just assume you're all murderers.
Haven't killed anybody.
Ah, but you got a spider-faced guy that'll crush hands.
Well, that's his sick ass. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Just because Robin's a murderer doesn't make, Beast Boy one.
They'll get there. They'll get there.
Alright, next up is the Cat Broad.
I get to beat that guy over a video game.
And she is going to begin shooting at U.N.I.S.O.N.
You're just gonna roll a random die for which member?
Nah, Unit's closest, so she'll shoot Unit.
Alright.
What? She's actually going to take a pot shot at the street gang that just popped up out of nowhere? What?
Well, she saw her buddy punch you, and she knows what her gun does compared to her buddy, so.
Oh, this is gonna be kind of funny. This is gonna be a funny fight, Todd.
I think so.
Alright. I need to use coordination.
Yes.
I think I may have not gotten hit.
You did not get hit. Let's see. I'm going to roll a dice, Taylor.
It's going to be a special dice.
Hold up a second. There are civilians behind Overshield, correct?
Correct.
Are you rolling dice whether or not it's going to hit Overshield?
No, I was rolling to see whether or not I hit an innocent bystander.
Overshield will get in the way.
Okay.
Because I'm going to play my character the way they're supposed to be played.
Alright, so that will so you are interposing, so that will be his action for the next round.
Understood?
Alright. But let me roll. You want even or odd?
I'll take odd.
Alright. So if it's even, he'll have to interpose.
Alright.
Alright. So he has to take the shot.
Yeah, so Overshield will punch a bullet.
Well, it's like an energy blaster kind of thing, but
it makes a bullet hole, but it's not a bullet.
Alright, interpose. Alright, you become the target of the attack and may defend against it as a reaction, including blocking the attack. The attacker has a +2 effort on the attack test against you. Alright, so go ahead and give me a coordination roll at +2.
At a block? Or as the block?
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll do it.
Alright.
Oh wait, yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah. The way we will describe this is the civilian in question was just right close by, and you jump over there and kind of knock him to the side, but manage to avoid the shot yourself. Recluse, you're up.
so just swing in and.
Oh, wait. This is the. Oh, yeah, we're at the top of the next round, so it is indeed your turn.
Yeah. I'm gonna go target the first kill bot I see, so it's gonna be this one. And just drop down and start wailing on it.
Alright.
That's an 11.
Alright. Ooh. Alright, that's a major success. You've got a 7 strength.
Yes, sir.
Minus his reduction. He's got to roll versus your strength for. I keep doing that. For the knockback. Or versus the damage for your knockback. Alright, so he's not knocked back. And you got a second attack?
Yes, sir. I'm just gonna do an overhead smash right down on top of him.
Alright.
Just beat him.
Your first lick, you come in, you catch him in the chest plate, it kind of folds up, and then you just kind of squish his head down on top of it. So like his head and chest are just kind of squished together, and he drops over. Alright, next up is the attacker you just took out. So he don't do nothing this round. Launch.
I'm going to kick Cat Lady.
Okay. Let's see.
11.
What was her power? Oh, yes, I see now.
Damn. Jeez. Cat sense.
You're coming down. You don't even think she sees you coming, and all of a sudden you just see her little ears perk up, and she dives to one side. And you wind up smashing into the park bench, taking it out. Then she hisses at you. Alright, next up is the robot that's still here. Ooh, target rich environment. He's going to shoot at Recluse.
I don't like that, though.
Okay. The next guy, he got taken out in the first round. He begins to gray goo. And then we are back to U.N.I.S.O.N.
All right. U.N.I.S.O.N will shout to Recluse. With your speed, we're gonna need you to stop the gooing. I don't really have a better way to say that.
I understand.
Is it possible to take a shot then move?
Yes, absolutely.
Alright, Night Shift is going to take a pot shot at the remaining robot, and then make a mad dash for the ship.
Okay.
Because, he has seen the most of what controls the ship.
Indeed.
Just pull that up real quick. And boop. Ooh, it's a weak blast. No such luck.
Nope, it ducks around some of them bushes. You don't get a good shot at it.
Alright, and I guess how fast can I move? Will I be off the map in one shot? Because it's a fairly small combat zone.
Yeah. You can get off the map pretty easily.
Alright. Just gonna put him up in the right corner for now.
And we'll say if you spend your next round moving, you can get onto the ship.
Alright. I'll just leave him in the top corner then.
Okay.
Overshield cannot take a move, and the other three will just pop 3 pot shots at the robot.
Okay.
So I'll just put them in bulk. So, see.
So that's a hit.
Major, minor, massive.
All right. That was 3 hits.
Yes.
All right. One of them's got to roll versus the damage for the massive. All right. He does not go flying. Myrmidon.
The guy that hit me.
Uh-huh.
You remember the pro wrestler Rhino?
You about to
Roman
gore
Reigns?
him?
Yeah. You know how they tend to spear the living hell out of people?
The gore. Yeah, I remember.
Yep. I'm going to shoulder block / gore his ass. And I'm gonna spend a determination point.
What are you tapping?
Unstoppable.
Oh yeah, you do have that one, don't you?
Yep.
Do a quick glance, see what all y'all got. All right, are you going to use it to improve your chance to hit or your damage?
Damage.
Okay.
So that's to hit him.
Okay. Is his prowess? All right, you get a good lick on him.
And then we're going to add 2 to the damage.
Right. So 9 becomes 11.
Yep.
It's oh yeah, and I didn't give him any damage reduction. Okay.
So his shop has been wrecked.
Unfortunately, it has. He made a much less than impressive showing.
Well, I'm gonna guess when you said that +5, you meant it to be an additive 5, but it was a bonus 5.
I had forgotten how boost worked.
Yeah, so you gave him a boost much lower than you thought you had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot the way boost works. It is you either boost to the level of the boost, or the stat you're boosting +1. You know, if the stat's already higher than the boost. So yeah, where I meant for him to be, you know, a little mini brick. Yeah, he ain't quite a brick.
Nah, he bumps up to what, a 5 strength
Yeah.
with his boost. Yeah.
I was also counting his life as having bumped up.
Oh, damn.
Like
I thought I was actually hitting a brick.
Nope. You should have been, but I screwed up.
So, in what ways have I murdered this morning?
No, he's just really, really unconscious. Basically, you hit him like that. You're expecting a little more resistance since he ran up and punched you, and it would have been a rough punch against a normal person. And yeah, he folds like a lawn chair. He just drops straight to the ground. You're just kind of standing over him. Ooh.
Holy shit, did you kill him?
You see the
Don't
pale
you
chick
judge me,
look
Mr.
over at the
Crush's hand.
cat. I thought you said he was tough. Oh, that's just embarrassing us. Let's see. And then she goes, "Oh, me oh my. What does she have that she can tap?"
Is she pretty?
Well, yeah, kind of. I mean,
you
the
like
water
water.
form's a little different, but
I mean, if you like ghosts with hair,
you get with her, and you can entitle your memoirs "The Shape of Water."
I don't know. I think unless somebody here is turbo hot, they may have a damn good ass beating gun.
I think the cat chick's very shapely. Do you like your ladies with the tail?
He starts pimping out his characters. The cat chick's kind of hot, if you're into that.
got this red fish lady in the back.
Yeah.
Nope. Just say no to fish. Yeah, spine.
Yeah, she really ain't got nothing to tap to do the power stunt I was going to have her do. So she'll just have to attack one person instead of attacking y'all. I'm going to roll a 6-sided dice. On a 1 or 2, she goes after Anna. On a 3 or 4, she goes after Recluse. A 5 or 6, she goes after Todd. Alright, she takes a swipe at Recluse. And so this will be prowess. Ugh. So yeah, she snakes her hand out at you. Again, it's like she's trying to grab you out of the face. And you dodge out of the way.
Taser her.
Yep.
She's liquid. That should really suck.
We do need to handle the gray goose first, make sure they don't spread.
Next up is the unconscious dude, who is unconscious. Todd, as you're standing over him, you see his body start shrinking back down to its normal proportions. And then it's the cat lady. And the cat lady... She hops back away from you just a little bit and unloads with her pistol at you. At launch.
I'd say she doesn't.
Alright, you easily dodge out of the way. The one that was shooting at you, she looks over at the pale woman who from the interaction you're starting to think is probably the boss of this little group anyway. We can't hit any of them. She sounds like she's freaking out a little bit.
Freaking out!
The fight ain't going her way. She ain't happy about it.
Freaking out, man! Freaking out! Game over!
Recluse.
Alright, I'm just gonna take the taser out of my pocket, light it up, and stick it in the pile of gray goo right here.
Okay. Yeah, it sparks and it stops gray gooing.
And I'm gonna bounce over here and repeat the process.
Okay. All right, well, this one here may not have quite started, but you put an end to it regardless. That one for sure had been gray gooing, and yeah, you see the goo does the whole shivers when you taser it and stops. Let's see. Then it's a dead robot, and then it's launch.
I'm gonna go at the cat lady again.
All right.
Damn.
It's like she knows exactly where you're trying to place your foot. You know, having fought with Recluse a few times, her movements kind of reminding you of sometimes the way he gets out of the way of stuff. You know, it's like they know it's coming. They know where it's coming from almost before you start the attack.
Hmm.
All right, then it's the. Let's see, this robot moves over here. Oops. And he will. Let's see here. You ain't really got nothing he could tap. Oh well, he just continues to shoot at the target he has not taken out yet, which would be unit.
Oh, stats press. I think it doesn't hit me.
No, it does not hit you. And at that angle, there's no worry about innocent bystanders.
Civilian. Yeah.
Then it's another dead robot. And we will go ahead and remove the dead robots from the scene so they are no longer gray gooing. And then Unison, you're up.
Does Night Shift make it to the open ship bay door?
He makes it to the bay door.
So is he kind of inside?
He is like just starting up the ramp. That's kind of his action getting there.
So as long as it starts to close, he'll still be able to get in.
Right.
Fine with that. Alright, and then I'll go ahead and have a pot shot at a time at the robot until it goes down. So, first shot.
So how many of them are there?
I've got 4 shots available.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm doing it a shot at a time till it drops. This time,
I'm sorry.
I'm thinking at some point I'll get a kill shot.
Okay. So anyway, the first shot definitely hit.
The first shot was a hit. It's still standing.
Yes. Roll again.
Next hit's an 11.
All right. That beats the 8. He's still standing.
Alright, next shot is an 8.
That beats the 6.
Yep.
And he goes down.
Alright. Does Novice have enough? Could Novice get to Recluse, get a taser, and then go tase the robot in an action?
Sure.
Alright.
It's not really an attack roll on the robot or anything, so yeah. I'll let you
Yeah,
know.
it's just more of can he run from to Recluse and then to the robot?
Yeah, that's not that far.
Yeah, okay, so zap. Run, zap.
Okay. Myrmidon,
Uh-huh.
you're up.
You think I should keep beating the hell out of these weak-ass aliens or go trash the ship?
You know what? I actually would recommend trashing the ship.
Yeah, I think I like that. I think
I am actively trying to get someone on the ship to pilot it. Because he's been sitting there watching the pilot while they piloted the ship.
How long would it take me to use my travel power basically to drop down and get to the ship?
What rank have you got that at?
I don't know what the hell my burrowing is.
So I think 5 or 6 is pretty fast.
Mm-hmm.
5.
Yeah.
Because that's close to like 20 miles, I think.
I think it's maybe a matter of city blocks.
Yeah, I think I go by blocks.
Oh, okay.
Let's see, where's the benchmarks? Let's see. It's 10 or 20 blocks. So still plenty fast, but not 10 or 20 miles. Yeah, you can move that distance without any trouble this round.
You'll pop up and go on the ship with night shift.
You basically pop up at the very edge of the gangplank that Night Shift has just stepped up onto.
I'll ask him, are there any civilians in there?
Not yet, I don't believe. Correct?
There was not when you looked, no.
Which, I mean, when
How hard would it be for Myrmidon basically to grab the ship and turn it upside down?
Weight-wise, would not be an issue.
Yeah.
It's more of shape.
Yeah, it's more of, if you grab one of the landing gear and try to shift the entire ship, you're just going to snap that thing off.
Because it seems like only thing it would take would be for me to find a part of the ship that's enough that I can kind of get my arms around. And you just tip it.
Imagine an airplane, one of the passenger plane. Imagine that you're strong enough to lift the thing, but how would you go about grabbing it to try to flip it all the way over?
That wouldn't rip it in half.
It would be on landing gear, and I would grab it by the bottom of its wheel and I'd tip it over.
Oh, but okay, you'd basically lift it up straight.
Yep. Yeah, just tip it. I'd flip it like I'd flip a table.
Okay. I'd make you give me a coordination roll. More to make sure you did it right. That you went at it from the right angle to make it tip.
Because remember, I don't really care if I destroy it. It's...
Yeah. So yeah, you wanted to come up by one of the little landing...
Yeah, I tell him, step off the gangplank, please. Because the trick is, then Anybody that's in there is disoriented. We can beat the living hell out of them. And the ship is not so terribly damaged. You know, we can't take it and strip it for parts or something.
Does Night Shift know of any other organism that's on that ship?
He did not have time to search the entire ship thoroughly. There was nobody else. There was nobody in the main cargo bay, and the straight shot he took to the
Pilot?
pilot, but he didn't see anybody else.
Is there a pilot in the ship?
Yes, there is a pilot in the ship, though.
Alright, is there anything for Night Shift to hang on to?
Sure.
Why not let me flip it and then just go in it upside down? You'd be walking on the roof.
Cause that, like, if you'll let me just step off and then step back on once he flips it, then sure.
Yeah, that'd be fine. That's
Okay.
not enough distance.
Yeah.
Matter.
Do that. I'll do that. Night Shift will say the only person I know of in the ship is the pilot.
Good enough. You say coordination?
Yes. Alright. You feel the ship resist you? Like whatever kind of, anti-gravity or whatever it uses to maneuver itself, because,
It's a spaceship.
clearly it did a vertical landing here. It's like it's got something that tries to keep it steady, but you overcome that with ease. So yeah, the ship kind of rolls over. It doesn't have like airplane style wings, but it's kind of got slight protrusions to the side. One of those kind of bends some as it flips. And it comes down with a resounding crash. And then lays still. Let's see, where did you put? We will put Myrmidon up here next to Night Shift. Alright, the rest of y'all see the water lady, the fluid ladies. You just see her mouth drop open when she sees her ship go. Boom.
Novice looks at the ship. Looks at her. Looks at the ship. Looks at her. Would you like to surrender now? Be a big help.
Never give up. Never surrender.
Why does no one ever take the surrender?
However, she does have the quality bully. And bullies do not do well when they start to lose.
But she does have a quality bully.
She beelines. She just starts shooting off across the park. Lizard guy's unconscious. The Catwoman basically does the same thing. She's like, "Hey, wait for me!"
Stalk them down and beat them severely by the head and shoulders with dead scorpion.
Where'd the other ships come down? We gotta get to one of those. We gotta get out of here.
We can't let them get away.
Nope. There are other ships.
Yeah?
Yeah,
There was-
Impulse is on one of them.
Woohoo! It's ship tipping day.
Oh god, I forgot there was like a small fleet in there. There's a lot of places that are. Oh boy. This ain't good.
What we doing? We going ship tipping.
Woo!
Superpowered hillbillies. Ship tipping. Alright. So, Recluse, you're the next one up. They are running away.
I pursue with vengeance.
You can crush their hands. They're not people.
I mean, look at them. They clearly look like some sort of animalistic freaks.
Excuse me.
And we only accept arachnid creeps here.
Am I able to actually catch up with them? Do I need to roll for that?
How fast can you swing?
6. So pretty fast.
Yeah, it's a little neon green. Do we have a darker green somewhere?
Come unison, cling tenaciously to my buttocks.
There we go. That way it looks like the rest of it's grass. All right. So yeah, with your swinging, you can basically, you put a swing line in that tree and you just kind of hurl yourself in their direction.
I'm gonna try and tackle the cat lady.
All right, give me a prowess.
And I'm gonna tap a determination point. Blessed by the crawling gods to give me a better chance of actually tackling her.
Okay.
So that's a 9. Damn.
That cat sense is pulling it out.
She can't do
keep
much
rolling
damage.
with
She
it,
can't
too.
take much damage, but it's hard to hit her. And yeah, she's running full tilt. You're barreling down, and just before you get to her, you see her ears twitch, and she rolls to one side, and you land on the ground next to her.
Trying to sweep her legs out from under with my second attack.
All right, give me a roll.
Spider dead.
And I'm gonna tap blessed by the crawling gods again. 14 in total. Awesome. Yes, I connect.
Yes, yes. All right, and you said you were trying to sweep her legs out from under her?
Yeah.
All right. All right, so that would be maneuvering. You beat her by 1, which is a moderate success.
Damn, you just beat her by 1 with a 14?
Yeah.
She rolled a 13.
They both max rolled. And she has a
Alright.
7 bonus to her prowess.
So what this essentially does, it creates a quality on her that you can tap once for free. And since we're describing it as a leg sweep, I'm going to say it knocked her prone. So we will put the quality unbalanced on her, or off balance on her. So you or anybody else can tap it once for free. And next round she'll have to pick herself up before she can do anything else. Launch, you're up.
I guess I'm gonna run at the cat lady and kick her like a football.
Gonna tap that quality, I guess.
Which one?
Unbalanced.
Yes.
All right, so you're tapping the off balance.
Yeah.
All right.
Damn.
All right, but Anna got a 12. All right, so you connect. So what is your strength?
6.
You run up. You can see where she realizes it's coming, and she tries to kind of spring up, but she just doesn't make it quite in time. Your boot comes down on the side of her head, and she is out. Unison, you're up.
Alright, Novice, Skywatch, and Overshield will take pursuit. Novice will go ahead and take a pot shot at the water one.
Alright.
And we will see what happens if it connects.
Let's see, this will just be her coordination to dodge. Alright, you hit. And how much damage do you do?
It's rank 4.
Rank 4, okay. You see her, you see where the blast hits because it's like you dropped a big rock in the water. It kind of goes, bloosh, bloosh. But she don't even slow down.
Alright, the other two will combine their shot
Okay.
for extra damage.
Keep going for the die rolls to the character sheet. Alright. Alright, alien pirate. Oh wait, no, she only needed to roll the once, I think.
Yeah.
So just a 6.
So it's a massive success.
Did you
But it's
roll
only
for
gonna
two?
do,
Did you roll for both of them?
Well, they're doing a combined shot for damage.
They still have to both.
They both have to. They have to both connect.
Let me double check.
I think that's how you had it. Yeah. So I'll need to roll the second
Yeah.
shot. They'll just combine as one. They both have to beat the same.
Yeah, you both got to beat the 6.
Roll. Alright, same shot with a 10.
Okay,
Still succeeded.
still a massive success.
Well, that one would be a major
6.
because they beat the 6 by 4.
You're right. We'd have to be an 11 or higher to hit the.
Massive.
Yeah.
So that will add 1 extra to the rank of damage.
2, I believe.
Alright, 2. So a 6 total.
All right. Her entire form is kind of disrupted slightly, but it still snaps back together and she doesn't slow down her movement. That time she does kind of glance back behind her though.
Alright. Unit will address the crowd of people, giving them clear, concise directions of which way is safest to travel. You know, try to get back to your home safe you can, or just find a safe place to hold out till the police arrive.
Some of them begin immediately heading off in the direction. Some of them are telling you thank you. Some of them are cheering. Some of them just have their cell phones out recording what's going on.
And Night Shift will go ahead and tell Myrmidon, hey, just grab another member of Unison. They'll know what to do with you. I'm sticking with this ship to make sure the pilot is not somehow anti-gravity this back the right way. And Night
We don't
Shift,
have a base yet, do we?
nope. That's why I keep trying to steal one of these ships.
Oh,
Because the last one that showed up, I tried to get somebody on, but it took off too fast. This
You know,
one
I could
have
just
a
hold
chance.
I could just hold it.
But then who will tip all the other ones?
Or we could, or we could turn it upside down and shake it till the pilot fell out.
Up to you is what option you want to take.
Yeah, you think you can fly it?
I've watched.
Or did I snap something off when I flipped it?
Something is bent, but not snapped off.
Well, if the other ships are taking people, though, I probably need to go tip those over too. So I'll leave him to his ship.
Yeah, Night Shift will just be traveling into the ship to get to the pilot area.
Okay. he gets far enough in to be approaching the cockpit. You don't understand the words that are being said, but you can kind of recognize swearing. But you don't hear any tapping on you don't hear any typing noises or It sounds like he's just picking himself up.
All right. That's basically everybody.
Myrmidon,
Hmm?
you're up.
Do we know where the other ships are?
There were. You saw at least the rest of the team saw at least 3 from Steele's office. One swooped down over town, dropped stuff off as it went, but kept going out past the town.
Mm-hmm.
This one landed here. The third one you have not had any reports on. You don't know where it's at.
Then where's the team heading? Were they just chasing the liquid chick?
Yeah, right now they're just chasing the liquid chick.
Where's the
the cat bra?
She is unconscious.
Okay. Then I'll help chase the liquid chick.
Okay.
Because I figure she's trying to get to a ship.
Hey, Jason.
Uh-huh.
Is the Impulse ship still moving? Or has the ship Impulse is on landed?
All right, I'm going to go ahead and move Myrmidon over here with the rest of the guys, Todd.
Okay.
And then you can put him right where you want him, but get him over in the area.
Yeah, it's fine.
The ship your Impulse is on, it has come to a stop, but it's still in the air.
All right.
Now, are you watching from the cockpit or?
Well, once I, confirm pilot and cockpit, I will, take a brief look around to see anyone else on the ship.
Give me an awareness roll.
That is a massive.
Okay. There are 5 of those robots on board. That they're in the cargo hold. They're close to. It's like they're in a ready to be deployed position, but not deployed yet. Glancing outside at one point, you see that you are hovering above a very fortified-looking set of structures. You recognize it as the Supermax jail or prison. That is, it is not in Manford city limits, but is out in the county.
Where they have the alien stored.
Right. And pretty much any other villain you fought and have gotten arrested. This is where all the supervillains in this area would be put in.
All right.
Several of the buildings are already on fire. There is another ship already landed.
Do I have the opportunity to have Novice tell Myrmidon this?
Yeah. Talking's basically free.
All right. Novice to Myrmidon. They're hitting the Supermax. Grab unit and get there.
Okay.
Or we're going to have a lot more supervillains on our hands.
Sounds like a plan.
It was uncharacteristically straightforward and direct for Novice.
Yeah, it was no, sir. If you would, please. It's like the emergency has stripped its personality down to its basics.
It is. It is problem time. It is time to get direct.
All right, so Myrmidon, you go back and grab
Yeah.
the Gray Power Ranger.
Yeah.
All right. So the two of you take off for the Supermax, which is several miles outside the city limits. You know, even at your speed, it's gonna take you a little while to get there. And then it's the Vata chick.
And now they don't put blueberries in macaroni and cheese and
She kind of looks back behind her and throws a hand out and attacks. Even Anna, odd will be recluse.
Oh, that's me.
All right. So let me give her an attack roll.
hello? What is this? Oh, hell no. My God. Boy, the whirlpool. And we made it back. One piece.
You roll out of the way. Your danger sense, it really goes off when she tries to hit you like that. You don't know what she does, but it strikes you as a bad thing to be connected, be you know. It strikes you as a really bad thing to let her connect. Put it that way. And then she keeps her running. From the direction she's headed, she's running over to these little pavilions that you recognize as being, you know, it's the restrooms that you have like at a park.
Oh.
Kind of
You trying to flush yourself down the toilet?
Whatever it takes to get away, that's all she cares about right now.
If she
The
jumps
irony
down
of
in,
someone with the bully
jump-
perk.
if she jumps down in there, somebody pee.
Now, I'm just thinking the irony of someone with a bully perk swirling themselves.
Nice.
You know, I thought about her having her run to this little pool of water over here, but I don't know that the drain would have been open on it. Alright. Recluse, you're up.
I'm gonna really quickly grab another taser from launch and dart after her, and just the second I get close enough, trying to thrust the taser right into her.
Alrighty. Give me an attack roll.
Ouch.
Alright, so she had a 3. So you beat her by 6. So that's a massive success. Let's see, a regular old store-bought taser is probably going to do... Oh, what about 3 damage? Let me look up her power and see exactly how that alternate form works.
Chilling over here. Don't I found out this is very bad. First of all, got it. Let's go. That was a rude bog. You know how easy it would have been to miss that one bog or hit that one landmine? Almost falling. Okay, we're falling that one. Jump here. Okay.
Damage.
Jump there. Or a bad thing.
This would definitely be a stunning attack. You got a massive... Okay. Unfortunately, her damage resistance is too high.
Damn.
Though... You know what? I'm gonna let this ignore her damage resistance because she is made of water at the moment. And it really don't... It makes sense that a punch or a kinetic blast or fire wouldn't do much to her. It does not make sense that electricity would. You just ignore that.
Alright. Awesome.
So the 3 damage isn't, you know, anything too massive. But with that massive success, she does have to make the strength roll versus the damage or be obviously with a massive, I think it would knock her out, even without the damage being all that high. So, it effectively drops her stamina to 0 regardless of what it is if she fails. But it's a strength check versus the damage of the taser. Okay. She shrieks. It had some effect on her for sure. But she does not go down. That was just your first attack, right?
Yeah.
You know, use another one?
Yep. Gonna stick her again.
Alright. Versus her coordination.
Huh.
Huh.
That's a little weird. Statistically probable, but unlikely.
Well, I can't complain too much. I've seen that happen to launch in previous games, so.
Yeah.
Alright. So that's another 3 damage to her. And she gives a little shake. All that water, she snaps back into her physical form and drops.
I tase her again just to be sure.
She just lays there and twitches.
It's not police brutality if you're not the police.
It's just assault. Alright. So the police quickly show up. News crews roll in. They EMTs, of course, they immediately start checking all the civilians. Most of them in this group were relatively unharmed. Though from them talking, you know a few people were killed or injured, you know, prior to getting here. You find out that the well, actually, how long do y'all hang around since you know the prison's being hit?
Honestly, I'm gonna say we stay long enough to give them advice on Water Lady and the green guy, and then just book it.
Okay. U.N.I.S.O.N, are all your members going?
I mean, give information to police. There's still the pilot inside the ship that needs to be taken care of.
Oh, I forgot about him.
But night shift will currently be handling that.
Okay.
And then information that one of the ships is attempting to take the Supermax prison, and we are headed that way as fast as possible to stop it.
Alright then, we will wrap here. Basically, we will start up next session with all of you beeline into the Supermax. With the exception of Night Shift, who we will resolve him and the pilot. And see if he can't catch you a ship. Or if the pilot throws the Grey Goose switch. Alright. Anything else anybody needs to...
Let's say a good place to wrap it up, yeah.
Alright. Alright then. This would be another... Let me find the notes here. Changes, advancements. Alright, so we're up to 10 total advancements. Because this is session 10.
Which means I'm only up to 7.
Right. Mr. Johnny comes lately. Had anybody had any ideas on how they wanted to update their characters?
Not just yet at the moment. I think I'm just gonna stockpile these for a minute.
Okay. I seem to recall somebody was having a plan. Taylor, was it you? Were you saving up for something specific?
Yeah, I'm saving up for another power.
Okay. And I think you've got like one more session or 2 more sessions.
It takes, I believe, 8. So yeah, I've got one more session till I can do that.
Okay. All right then. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed it.
Eddie.
Fun.
We will meet up next time. Meet up in 2 weeks. I don't think there's a holiday or anything, is there?
No.
No, it'll be the 28th. So we'll meet up in 2 weeks, and we will maybe try to resolve this little alien invasion, or really more of an alien raiding party.
Yeah.
Since, as far as you know, it seems to be
We gotta make sure none of them.
Big pardon?
We gotta make sure none of them escape so they don't show up with more competent people next time.
Hey, these guys have got superpower people. 4 ships don't do it. Show it with the Armada.
Hey, our super strong brick just folded like a lawn chair.
You got
Next
the
time we'll
impression
bring somebody
from
competent.
the boss lady that he may have been a new hire that had overstated his qualifications.
I mean, who does it?
He was the uber powerful brick. He swole up everything just like the Hulk.
Yep, just like the Hulk. Oh well, maybe we'll run into the head pirate guy again next time. Maybe he won't fall in the lawn chair this time.
Was he rougher?
He's supposed to be.
Oh.
He'd do fine against any of you one-on-one. They kind of dogpiled him and curb stomped him last time.
I kind of like the idea of being invaded by incompetent aliens. They show up. Yeah, we're gonna go over and colonize. Oh, sweet Jesus! And they get their asses handed to them.
Well, you don't know how many worlds have superpowers. This may be catching them by surprise.
Whatever their federation is, I want to be that planet that they set up the beacons around it where they don't let their people go to it anymore.
What's this planet called? L.A. Lethal Avoid. I can't claim credit for that. That's straight out of a old Anne McCaffrey novel.
This is the planet you land on, and then immediately surrender because dangerous things are chasing you. But they can't chase you here.
Hey, even Thanos in the Avengers said Earth was where plans go to die.
That was some of his generals.
Yeah, it was one of the Black Order.
Because they're all enthusiastic as he's talking them up, and he goes, I want you to attack Earth. Alright, let me switch off the stream here. To anybody watching on Twitch, we will see you later.